Good morning, guys. I'm back here with another reading. So I went ahead and cleansed and shuffled my decks off screen this time just to save a little bit of time. I have my Palo Santo here as normal. I'm just going to invite spirit and love and light into this reading so that I can connect with spirit and I can kind of give you any type of information or guidance that you might need. Maybe there's something you just need to hear. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really come up with an exact idea for this reading yet. I just had some time and wanted to get on here. So I guess we'll just see what spirit brings out. Do we have any, can we check the energy of this reading, spirit? Is there anything that you want to bring out? Okay. Let's see. What else, spirit? Okay. So we have the World, Seven of Swords, the High Priestess, the Tower, and the Hermit. Got all of these decks over here. Okay. So I'm kind of seeing here. Okay, so some of you were in a toxic relationship, or even like just a toxic person was in your life. Whether that could be, it doesn't have to be a lover or a partner. It could be a friend or a family member or just somebody that you were close to. Or you could have been really close to a friend or been with a partner, and your family didn't approve of this person because they could kind of see that they weren't good for you, or that they were maybe taking advantage of you or being manipulative, or maybe they just felt like they were two-faced or something like that. With the Seven of Swords, this is like deceitful trickery energy. Like, I'm going to corner you, or I'm going to put you in a situation where you feel cornered, like you can't leave. And I'm going to continue to manipulate you because I'm wearing this mask, but I'll show you what's underneath the mask sometimes, but at that point it's too late. And you're already stuck. I think with the High Priestess here, some of you intuitively may have known that you hadn't made the right choice, but when you realized that it was the wrong choice, it was too late, and you were kind of stuck there. I am seeing that this also could have been in your past, and you are no longer with this person or no longer associate with this person, and that in your current state, you are still healing from these tower moments, and you're kind of in the hermit mode right now, where you're doing a lot of introspection and a lot of self work, like soul work, shadow work, and you're kind of isolating yourself, but like spiritually isolating yourself. Some of you could be physically isolating yourself from other people too, because maybe you just feel too hurt still from the situation you just left. But I do see that with the World, that you are going to have some positivity and things coming out in your near future or your life, whatever. Like I said, the High Priestess is very intuitive, so you do have a sense of discernment to know what is good and what is bad for you. And I do think that most of the time you follow your intuition, but for some of you, when it comes to like love or close partnerships or close connections, sometimes you second guess your gut instinct or your intuition. And that's what leads you down to these tower moments, or being around people who are toxic, because for some reason you don't trust in your gut feeling, or maybe everybody is telling you one thing about this person, and even though it goes against your gut feeling, for some reason in a flash of a moment you decide to trust them, even though um even though it's not what you feel in your intuition. In some cases, some of you could have had like a whole friend group who approached you and tried to persuade you to believe what they were saying about another person, about how much this person liked you or wanted to be with you and how good they're going to be for you. And you may have believed them because you're like, surely like 10 people can't all be in on like some evil plan and are trying to ruin me, because that would be crazy, right? This isn't like a Hollywood movie. So you believed them, but it actually turned out to be the opposite. This person was actually toxic and manipulative, and they didn't value you and they didn't love you, and they really just wanted to use you for something. And in some cases, that whole group of people who persuaded you to be with this person were in on it, and they all wanted something from you. And that sounds crazy, but that's what I'm getting. Also, at the back of the deck, we had the Two of Cups. So, something good is coming. The Two of Cups depicts like people, a perfect couple, well, not a perfect couple, a couple that was made for each other, but they still have their hardships, which is, I think, a normal for a lot of relationships, that everything isn't perfect, but like, love isn't, being in a relationship isn't always easy. And sometimes you have to go through hard times with this person to grow more and to fall more in love and to trust each other more. So that could be something that's coming to you in the future. And you have to use your intuition to know the difference between these past relationships that you've had with these toxic people and these tower moments from a healthy relationship that has natural and healthy disagreements and hardships. Don't just throw this off to the side because you think that you don't want to have any type of hardship, because if you have hardship then it's toxic, because that's not always true. Sometimes you have to have hardship, otherwise you don't grow in your connection. Okay, let's see what else, Spirit. Ooh, okay. Okay. So we have the Four of Coins, Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands. Yeah, so yeah, definitely some of you were going through something hard pertaining a connection or a friendship or a partner, a lover. With the Nine of Wands, you've gone through all of these hardships, and you've gone through all of these, ups and downs, and you've gone through all of these moments of second guessing your own power and your own self-love because of this past person. But the Nine of Wands depicts that you're going to get through it. Like, you are going to, no matter the hardships, no matter what, you are still going to persevere, and you're going to get through it. And some of you have, like I said, some of you are already past this relationship or this partnership or this connection. You're already in your healing. And and healing will come. Like, if you see on this card these gladiola that are blooming right here, even with all this fire, even with this I think this is not Baba Yaga, but well, maybe it is Baba Yaga, I don't know, but the witch that lures children in with candy and then tries to eat them, she's got out of this burning cage and she's running away. So you've definitely, some of you have definitely gotten yourself out of that. But with the Four of Coins, I'm kind of seeing like this person you were with was like kind of like a vulture. Like, they thought that they killed you, that they killed your spirit, that they killed your soul. They thought they had complete control over you, and they were trying to pick at you, and they were trying to bring you down to just bones, like a bone carcass, because they thought that they had you. And it's almost like they're trying to keep everybody else away from you. And the small things that you do, that you had, that the small things of, what is spirit trying to say? The small delights, the little things that you had that kept you feeling a little bit like yourself through that hard time. You're hoarding them because you don't want to let them go, because you don't want to forget yourself, even though a part of you feels like you've lost your identity, your self-worth because of this person. You're holding on to it because you don't want to lose it. You know that this isn't forever, or this wasn't forever for some of you. Again, with the flowers, the hibiscus here, good things are always coming. You just have to get out from this, like, these wings. You have to get out from this vulture cocoon that you were stuck in, or that you are stuck in, depending on where you're at. And then we also have the Seven of Wands, which depicts endurance, persistence, strength, hard work, not giving up. So again, like I said, some of you are really, really, really going to get out of this situation, or in some cases, some of you already have, and you're moving towards something already brand new going into the new year. Let me see if I can get any more spirit. What else? Ooh. Okay. Yep, Devil card. That's just triple confirmation that you're either in a relationship you do not need to be in, and that you need to find yourself. You need to find your power. This person could have been super obsessive and possessive over you, but like in a way where, if I can't have you, nobody can. So they treat you like crap. They don't show you they value or care about you. You're not allowed to have things that make you happy, but they are. And if, even if someone looks at you for too long, they blame it on you, like you're the one doing wrong. But some of these people could have been cheating. They're over here trying to control you, saying you're doing something wrong when they're the ones who are being unfaithful. We have the Fool. Yep. A new beginning is coming for you guys. Do not worry. You will not be stuck in that energy, that bad devil's energy, for very much longer, or at all, depending on where you are in your story. What else, Spirit? Judgment. Oh, yes, judgment. These people who hurt you in the past, or even the people, even if you're in the situation still currently right now, judgment is coming. Judgment day is coming, baby. They are getting their karma, or they're going to get their karma. You don't need, for the people who are maybe still in a situation like this or trying to get out of it, you do not need to try to get like revenge or to be vengeful or anything like that, because the universe has got you. You do not need to try to do something or retaliate to these people to try to prove a point or to show that you are strong. It's honestly a waste of your energy. Just reclaim your power, reclaim your energy again, and get away from the situation, because karma, the universe, God, whoever, spirit, source, they are going to serve the people the karma that they deserve after what they've done to you. So do not worry about that. It is definitely happening. With this King of Cups, this definitely shows somebody who has spiritually grown up from being somebody who was maybe small in their spirituality and growing into somebody who is strong. So this High Priestess, you've always had some type of intuition in your life. Maybe that is what's saved you in a lot of like weird or awkward situations or positions in the past. This King of Cups just depicts that you are going to continue to grow spiritually and become more powerful, and in some cases you might even turn into this dragon. Like, you will be so large and in charge and so unstoppable. that you'll finally be able to be who you really are now that you are away from some of these bad situations that you've been in. Let me see if Spirit has any more tarot before I go into the guidance cards and the advice cards. What are some of the collective's feelings towards this situation, or some of their next moves in their situation, Spirit? Let me see if I can get... What are some of my collective's feelings or next moves in this situation, Spirit? Come on. Spirit. What are some of my collective's feelings and or next moves in this situation? Do you not want me to use this deck anymore, Spirit? Is that why you're not giving me any cards? I'm going to try a couple more shuffles, and if not, I'll move to... You know what? I'm going to move to my other deck. I feel like Spirit is telling me that they don't want me to use this deck right now. Okay. So I'm going to use... the Seed and the Sickle. It is a... Let's see. It is a botanical oracle deck. And they have two interpretations of each card. So they have a dawn guidebook and a dusk guidebook. Since I'm kind of getting two energies of some people being maybe still currently going through this hard situation and some of you already out of it, I'm going to read both versions of each card we pull. So I think that's kind of why Spirit wanted me to not use my tarot deck anymore and wanted me to move to this one, because it gives you a little bit of insight from both sides. So, like I said, I already pre-shuffled and cleansed all of these beforehand to kind of save us some time. So, what cards do you want me to show my collective about the situation, Spirit? What guidance or advice or cards do you want me to show my collective, Spirit? Okay, I'm kind of seeing these down here. I'm going to take them. What else, Spirit? Oh my God, why? Take that one. Take this one. What else, Spirit? Should I take these two, Spirit? Okay, let's do those first and see what comes out. Okay, so we have Magnolia. Okay, so we'll read from the Dawn book first. We were at Magnolia. Here we go. So, when magnolias bloom, the flowers come out long before the leaves do. This miraculous flower gives them an advantage over other plants which are still busy putting out their first leaves. But it is only possible as a result of careful preparation the season before that allows them to beat the trend. If you want to be the one step ahead of others, it may not be possible immediately, but now is a good time to prepare for the next season and make sure that you have everything you need to be the first blossom. Yeah, so you have to do some type of self-work, self-preparation if you want to be ahead of the game. You have to kind of put in some work into yourself to see the fruits of your labor. Let me see. For the Dusk guidebook, so I'm kind of going by like I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to assign the Dusk or Dawn books to the past, present, the past situation or the current situation, because it something might resonate for somebody and something might not. So I'm just going to read them both, and then you can pick what resonates, and leave what doesn't. So this is from the second guidebook. Fossils of magnolia trees have been found to date back as far as 100 million years, practically unchanged from how they are today. They even predate bees, evolving alongside pollinating beetles. The gentle dignity of these trees displays a stability and grace throughout the ever-shifting ages, something we can all afford to learn from. Even if it feels as though the world about you is constantly changing, draw on the magnolia's quiet endurance and persevere. The time will be right for you again soon. Yep, that was like with the Seven of Wands here, with the endurance and the perseverance and the hard work and stuff like that. Yeah, so the gentle dignity of these trees displays a stability and grace throughout the ever shifting ages. So even with all of these hard times, and even with all of these hard and even like terrible, toxic tower moments, all of these things, you handle all of these things with grace. You're able to hold your head up and get through it. And some people are in awe of how you're able to be so poised throughout this whole situation. I'm sorry, my cat is like screaming in the background. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you can, I'm sorry. She's really wanting my attention right now, even though I'm in the middle of a reading. Sorry. Okay, so we have Jasmine. Ooh, look how pretty that is with the little dagger. Okay, let me see. We've got Jasmine. Okay, so this is from the Dawn guidebook. You've taken some good initial steps on your journey, but you're starting to flounder. Perhaps you feel as though you could have set out in a different direction, or others are calling you foolish for doing things the wrong way, but you chose this path for a reason. Jasmine always grows exactly where it means to, and so do you. You know exactly where you're going and why. Don't let your doubts or scorn of others make you question yourself. This is so interesting. Remember in the beginning of the reading, I was saying how some of you may have had friends or family who didn't like the person you were with because they didn't trust them or didn't think they were good for you. They could have been a karmic or someone that you were supposed to have met to be a catalyst for growth. So somewhere subconsciously, some of you could have made that decision to be with that person because you have a soul contract from the 5D that you made with this person, that your soul's made to be a catalyst for growth, so to learn some type of lesson that you didn't learn in your past life. And you knew subconsciously, your higher self knew exactly where you needed to be. So some of you shouldn't feel so, I don't like to use the word stupid because I think it's kind of like, I actually kind of consider it a bad word, but Spirit is kind of bringing it through, like, you don't need to feel like stupid that you made the wrong choice, because subconsciously and in your intuition and in your higher self, you know that it was something that you had to go through to become stronger. So don't look at it like I can't believe I made that choice, I was so stupid. Like, that's not the way you're looking at it. Wrong. You need to shift the perspective and look at it as a positive thing that helped you get to where you are now. Jasmine is number 10. So here we go. Okay, so this is the other guidebook. In the Philippines, a couple prepared to part. The young man in the city, his bride to remain at home, worried he will fall in love with another. He gives her his dagger with a promise that if he does, she can kill him. But when he returns with a new wife, she plunges the knife into her own heart instead. You may feel as though your current situation is hopeless, but jasmine blooms during the night, releasing its sweet scent when it is dark. Right now, you do not have to take action. Only let yourself feel the hope that something beautiful will come out of such darkness. Yeah, so some of you were, like I said, some of you were in that relationship. You could have been in a third party situation, where, like I was saying with the devil energy, that some of them could have cheated. This definitely could have been like that for some of you, that you found out about this third party and, they tried to manipulate you and say that it didn't mean anything. It was like, I didn't mean it, no, blah, 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 I'll always love you, whatever, whatever. And then you find out for real that they're a big fat liar, and they're actually with this person for real. And it feels like your heart's been ripped out of your chest, or you feel like, like this person, like you wanted to stick a dagger into yourself and just end it all because you couldn't believe that you could love somebody like that. And that's really hard. I actually unfortunately know that feeling all too well as well. So it is hard, but like this says, jasmines bloom in the darkness. So you do not have to feel like you have to take action. Only let yourself feel hope that something beautiful will come out of such darkness. So you have to grow and believe that this wasn't the end. Like you're going to meet somebody who is going to love and treat you right. You're going to meet that new friend who is going to value you and your advice and your love, and you're not going to be betrayed again. Like, not everyone is out to hurt you. Unfortunately, sometimes we meet the people who are, and it kind of warps our perception of other people, which, in the long run isn't fair to these new people, but it's also not fair to you. So you have to find a stable ground, a balanced view of, yes, there are some people who are going to be like this, but there are heaps more people who are the complete opposite, who are loving and great friends and great partners. So we have Bluebell, which is, I like this imagery with the book. That's nice. Okay, so Bluebell is number 17. Let's see what they have to tell us. Let's see. 17. Here we go. Bluebell. Okay. Previously laid plans feel like they're starting to fall apart. If you don't stop and mend them now, it's only going to cause further issues down the line. The gummy sap of the bluebell has historically been used in bookbinding and fletching. It's even a natural insecticide, providing an extra protection against damage. Whatever glue you use in this situation, take the time you need to find out the correct solution and set things right now, or you'll end up doing the work again in the near future. Yes. So really take your time when you're healing. You do not want to think you've healed enough just because you feel like you're taking too long, or that you're going to miss out on something, and then find another person and the same situation happens again, or something similar, or not even the same situation, but a situation that is not ideal to what you think a relationship or a partnership is supposed to be. You've got to find the correct means and solution or glue to put yourself back together, to ensure that when you move forward, these new friends, these new lovers, these new connections and partnerships, that you will not attract people who will hurt you the same way these people in the past have. You have to be sure that you are set correctly and you're set right. Let's check out the Dusk Hymn book. It's 17, right? Yeah. Okay, so 17. In Finland, bluebells were created by a fairy to help a group of mice, the flowers ringing their bells whenever a particularly hungry cat came near. You are a naturally independent person, or perhaps you've gone to lengths to make people think that you're independent, but this can give the appearance that you don't need anyone at all. Now is a good time to ask for help if you need it. You may find someone is willing to go above and beyond to aid your situation. Yes, so some of you don't like to accept help. You like to have all of your walls and your boundaries up to an unhealthy extent. You like to have all your bells attached to strings around the corners, so that if anybody gets close to you or anyone comes too close or cross paths with you, your warning bells go off and then you go back inside. And to be fair, I can understand why you have done that. Some of you people have gone through some really terrible things, and it is only natural that you would try to protect yourself with these defense mechanisms and these boundaries and these walls. So I don't think that they're necessarily bad, but I do think that you are also closing yourself off to things that are going to help you grow and love you, people who are going to love you, and things that will help you move forward. So I do think that maybe put up a fence with like a diamond fence where people can still see you and still talk to you, but they still have to wait for you to open the gate door for them in. Like, don't have a complete solid wall, you know? It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of people's energy coming in, but you can still have a fence, you know, a metal diamond link fence that they still have to cross, but you're not completely closed off to everything and everyone. Let's see. We have poppies. Oh, I love poppies so much. I think they're so pretty. I actually have poppies tattooed on my arm with the Wheel of Fortune, actually. See? Okay. Let's see. Poppy is number 6. Let's see. Okay. So Poppy, the devil is in the details. An old protection against pursuit by monsters involves scattering poppy seeds in your path. Spirits are compelled to stop and count any small items they come across, so this difficult task will slow them long enough for you to escape. Try not to get too entangled in the details, or you'll find yourself coming to a complete stop. It's time to let a few of the less important factors slide for the sake of moving forwards. It's time to let a few of the less important factors slide. So that's really interesting. I'm just seeing this image in my head of you running from all your like demons, you know, whatever, all the bad things in your life, and you're throwing poppy seeds down behind you, and they're just like, ugh, and they stop and they have to count each one because it's like a compulsion. They can't help it, and you're just running away. That's kind of what you have to do with these people from your past. Like, some of these people could be trying to come back, like to try to mess with you again, because it's like they can't stand to see you move on or be happy or be without them. Because like I said, they're possessive. You know what I mean? These people are possessive over you. They think you're mine, even though they treat you like crap. It's like, no. So you have to kind of throw distractions and throw things behind you and keep running away and like don't look back, and they'll get distracted and it'll slow them down, and eventually they'll get to a point where they know they can't even reach you anymore. But that's kind of like the visual I'm getting with those poppy seeds. That was kind of funny. Okay, so for the other guidebook, in Greek mythology, the poppy was created by the goddess Demeter to grant herself restful sleep after the loss of her daughter Persephone. The poppy has a reputation for granting repose, but its relationship with death makes it the perfect plant to address feelings of grief and regret. Grief does not have to relate to the death of a loved one. Life is full of little losses, be that of a relationship, small freedoms, times or places, any number of things. These can build up, creating a barrier to move forward and creating new connections. No matter how small or old these unresolved feelings may be, take them out and examine them, enjoy their better memories, and then move forward, free of any negative feelings that might hold you back. Didn't I just say that you guys were building up a lot of walls? Some of you could have found it hard, excuse me, to leave the situation you were in. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Some of you could have found it hard to leave that certain situation you were in because this person is the devil energy, and the 7 of Swords here, right? Yeah, 7 of Swords here with their little like manipulative trickster energy, and then with your like devil manipulation energy, they had a great mask. You know, they were really, really, really good at making you believe things sometimes to the point where you were like, well, maybe they do love me, or maybe they do care about me. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I am crazy. Like, they were gaslighting you, and you started to almost kind of believe their hype. Like, maybe I am losing my mind. Maybe I don't see how much they love me. And they were doing that on purpose. But these can build up, creating a barrier to move forward and creating new connections. So these little losses, these little losses can make huge craters in your life. And in some cases, you might not even expect it to the outcome to be so painful and so much hurt from something so small. And in some cases, it's not a small thing. Some things it's a huge loss, but no matter how small or old these unresolved feelings may be, take them out and examine them. So this is where your self-work and your soul work is going to come in, is that you can extract these feelings that you had from these bad times, and you could maybe remember some of the good things about that person, because their little mask was so good, it was so deceptive, that it came off like they were loving, caring sometimes, and you believed it because you, in that moment, it was so believable that you're like, oh, they do love me. But whether that is wrong or right, remember the good times and then leave the rest where it is. But those good times are not nearly enough to make you go back. You need to remember that you still have to move forward, but there's nothing wrong with remembering some of the good times. Like, it's not bad. You shouldn't feel guilty about it, because you never know. I mean, some of those things might not have always been so bad. There's nothing wrong with remembering some of the good things that could have happened, even if that person was not the person for you. And what they did to you overall is not overpowered by those a couple of good times. Like, those people still don't need to be in your life. So why can I not pick up this card? Okay. Okay, and then we have Hawthorne. Let's see. Number 27. Let's see. 25, 26, 27. Here we go. All right. The wisdom of the past is all around us, and there's plenty that we can learn from it. Hawthorne helps us reconnect with these stories, carrying a link to the spirits of the past in the scent of its blossoms and helping us to speak with them. What's stopping you from moving forward? Consult your past, think about when you or a member of your community may have encountered something similar before. So some of you might actually have some type of psychic abilities that allows you to connect with spirit or channel. You could be a tarot reader also. Or you could have some type of clairaudience or something like that, where you can hear your spirit guides or hear your angels. Or maybe some of you, that is your psychic ability, and you have to hone it more and build, grow into it more. Some of you need to maybe seek like a mentor or somebody that you know in the past, or someone that you know from, however you know them, through a friend or through a spiritual group, or I don't know, a group on social media, something, I don't know. Or maybe you've gotten a reading from a psychic reader before. Maybe reach out to them and ask them if they have time, if they can help you study and hone your own ability. But I'm definitely seeing that, like, some of you might feel like you can't move forward down that road because you feel like you're not strong enough, or maybe you don't have enough training to do it. But you can always, there's nothing wrong with seeking a community or a mentor or something like that to help grow that. This could be something that you've always had an interest in, but the timing was never right. Like, things kept happening in your life that kept pushing you back, like bad friendship after bad friendship, or relationship after relationship, or money problems after money problems. It could be anything. Like, these things kept coming in your way that would stall you, and you'd have to focus on those, and you couldn't focus on yourself or your abilities or your power. And maybe this time going forward, maybe you should try to seek guidance and community or a mentor to help you get there, because you have it inside of you. You just need to pull it out, and you just need to let it resonate through you. Um, did I read both of them? I don't think I read both of them. Let me see. Let me double check. Maybe I did. Oh my God. For some reason, that one went by really fast. I don't think I did. No, okay, I didn't read this one yet. Okay. A lonely hawthorn stands on a hill, a gate to the other world hidden beneath its roots. Its vigil is a silent stone, but there is a peace to be found in the knowledge that it guards something so valuable. Taking time to sit quietly or indulge in meditation is not a sign of laziness. Your value still remains even when you're not being productive, so don't be so hard on yourself for taking a break. Even if others can't see it, you know your own worth. Yes, so some of you, and I'm guilty of this too, because I'm not perfect, have a hard time just relaxing, just giving into some self-care, and sitting still. You don't always need to be so go, 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 go all the time. When you have a day off, it is not lazy if all you want to do is stay home and eat your favorite food and watch a movie, or, just focus on doing nothing because you're always running around doing something. It's not laziness to take a breath and to take a break. I think it's kind of interesting how in here it even says, like, taking time to sit quietly or indulge in meditation is not a sign of laziness. I feel like some people, when they see people meditating, they automatically assume that you're just like sitting there sleeping. And obviously meditation is not like that. It might seem like that to people on the outside, but there is a lot of spiritual things going on in the mind and in the spirit when you're meditating. And some of you might, and you can do also, I don't know why Spirit's bringing this, but you can do like mini meditations too. Essentially, you can meditate anywhere. Meditation is a state of mind. So you can meditate for a couple minutes in your car before you go into work. You can meditate in your bed in the morning before you get out of bed, when you first wake up. You can do the whole shebang where you have a whole meditation room and you sit there and you do all your mantras and stuff like that. You can do it in the shower while you have a moment of peace, maybe by yourself, away from your children if you have children, or other people, or your roommates. You can do meditation literally anywhere. So meditation isn't only in a meditation room, crisscross on the floor, or on a yoga class. Like, that's not, meditation is not like that. You can grow into your meditations, and you can do little mini meditations that grow into bigger and longer meditations, or you can do quick meditations because that's all you have time for. And for some of you, I see you're really busy, or maybe you work a lot to distract yourself from things that have held you back in your past, and it's still kind of going with you. Meditation and going inside and going in within yourself and trying to really go deep inside your spirit and into your chakras and your energy, your energy centers, and trying to flow and balance those energies will really outwardly make a huge difference in your life. So some of you need to meditate and or just relax. It is okay. You're not being lazy. It is okay. And then we have Crocus, which is 38. Let's see. We'll do. This is why I was confused. I did the books backwards. I thought that I read both of them, but I didn't. Okay, let's do this one first so I don't get confused. Okay, so 38. Here we go. Like the stubborn crocus that endures the thickest frost to bloom, you've always managed to find that part of you that is strong and unmoving when times have been tough. This part of you is a valuable ally. Try reaching for it when you don't need it. Become familiar with it and employ its determination in your everyday life. It will only benefit you. With this strength in hand you carry, you can achieve anything. So this is kind of saying that some of you, when it all goes downhill and the shit hits the fan and there's chaos everywhere, you find your strength. and you're able to pull through seamlessly and everything's good. But then once the chaos is over, you go back to the way you were, inevitably awaiting another chaotic moment. This card is telling you, even when there isn't any chaos, even when there isn't something crazy going on that you have to be strong for, pull on that strength, pull on whatever it is that you hold on to during the chaos when it's not chaotic. Become familiar with it. Let it become something normal for you. And in that way, you can carry that type of strength with you all the time, because you won't feel the need to react in chaos, because it's like, I need to be strong and I need to get through this. You'll already know that you can do all of that, but you won't feel a sense of panic, and you won't feel a sense of needing to grab onto your inner strength to get through this, because you'll already have it and things won't faze you. Then you'll truly be unfazed by chaos. And then people are really going to wonder how the hell you do it, because wow, you'll be really, really powerful. Oh, I just missed it. Okay, and this is the last one. Let's see. Speaking up for yourself can be one of the hardest things to do, particularly if you don't feel as though your opinion is worth being heard. But being assertive doesn't mean you coming across aggressive. You're simply letting people know what your needs are. Now is the perfect time to speak up about something that's weighing on you. You may be surprised by how it sets things on the path to change. Yes, so some of you, that was kind of what I was definitely getting, is that some of you maybe have had a hard time sticking up for yourself in the past, and that's why you've gotten into some of these situations before, and feeling like, you're stuck. You're stuck with the devil energy. You're stuck with the Seven of Swords. You're stuck in your tower moment. But then as the tower moment increases, you grab onto your strength and you get through all this chaos, and you endure with the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands. But inevitably something happens again too, which is always, exhausting. Honestly, if you think about, you're constantly having to redo these things over and over again, that can really weigh down your spirit, honestly. Okay, so before, Spirit didn't give me any cards when he wanted me to do these cards, but let me see if he has any closing thoughts or any closing messages with the tarot. Let's see. Do we have any closing thoughts, Spirit, for my collective that you want to give before I move to the ending advice with the I Ching divination cards? Do we have anything, Spirit, or should I go straight to the I Ching? Anything you want to add to the conversation, Spirit, before we move to the I Ching? That is a lot, Spirit. Let me just see. I might not lay them all out, but let me see at least what they are. Two of Swords, Ace of Swords. Okay, I can quickly go through these. Okay, so Two of Swords. Yes, you are definitely at a crossroads of having to make a decision, but it's going to require some self-reflection. So think about how you reacted to things in the past, the decisions you've made in the past, and how to not make them again, so that when you move forward, you are not stuck in like the same situations over and over again. And the Ace of Swords here, you're going to have a whole brand new way of solving problems, and it's going to be in a way that you've never done before, and this comes after you make this decision. Six of Cups. This is like a card of like nostalgia. You're feeling a little nostalgic. Maybe you kind of like miss the good times that you had with your previous person or your previous friend or partnership, whatever that you were in. But again, like I said earlier, it's okay to feel those good memories, but know that that's where it stays. You can feel them, you can be grateful that they happened, but they are in the past, and leave the rest of that for the past. And with temperance, that just double confirms what I just said. With temperance, you have the discernment to know what is good for you and what is not. And you also can see when a situation needs to be completely scrapped down to nothing and when you need to start over completely. So thank you, Spirit. I guess those last 4 cards were really helpful. And then for like the last closing messages, I'm going to pull a couple, or I guess we'll see what Spirit brings out of these I Ching. So, okay. Okay. Oop. Do we have any more, Spirit? I think that might be it. Okay. So, for the I Ching cards, I do have the guidebook, because with I Ching cards, they have them. Oh, these are upside down. They have them set up where they have an image on here that depicts what it could mean, but then also each line on the card has a line of guidance or steps, spiritual steps to where you're going. So I'm going to try to quickly breeze through these last few cards and hope that it doesn't take too long for you guys. So this first one, it kind of looks like 2 people are like kind of going off together. This could be maybe you and your new partner. I don't know. Let's see what it says. Number 44. Number 44 in the I Ching is congeniality. This sign indicates that difficulties believed to have been already overcome unexpectedly present themselves again. At first, everything appears innocent and harmless, but ultimately confrontation cannot be avoided. It is advised to take timely countermeasures. It could prove necessary to acknowledge your loyalty to a particular person or to your own aims. Don't keep your opinion in the shade if you are without a shadow of doubt that is right. If you prove to be obliging and understanding at heart, then your openness causes no harm and the ice is broken. So this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about how if you don't completely heal the correct way, or not the correct way, but if you don't completely heal and heal in the way that is best for you, you might find yourself in these situations over and over again. There's something in your energy that is attracting these type of people. Like I said, they don't have to always be a lover. They could be friends, they could be partnerships too. They don't have to be only a lover, but somehow if you don't heal or something's imbalanced in your energy, you keep attracting these same people into your life. So starting from line 6 and going down for the congeniality card, your spiritual steps or advice are: you distance yourself internally from the superficiality of your surroundings. You unintentionally come across as curt or even proud. Don't let yourself be deterred from your course. At last, move those values according to which you always want to live to the center of your life. By doing so, you will find more balance, and the energy to lead others also flows to you without having to push or urge them. Don't be condescending to people and behave with a lack of self-awareness. A power also lies hidden in these people is only waiting to be discovered, a power which you might greatly rely upon sometime too. You are tempted to take a struggle with powers you cannot control. A good person is trying to stop you. You are thrown into a painful conflict. Keep an awareness of the danger threatening you. Keep an eye on everything that threatens to pull you down. Make sure that your weaknesses are not all too apparent at present. An unfavorable chain of events and circumstances could cause you a considerable amount of bother. Even if the problem still appears small and insignificant, you should tackle it decisively. Great difficulties will grow from it if you simply let the thing run on. So yeah, even if you think that spiritual growth is something that doesn't need to happen all the time, or not spiritual growth, excuse me, even if you think that you don't need to heal a lot, because you're like, I'm good, I'm not in that situation anymore, I don't need, I'm fine. If you don't, I can't stress this enough, if you do not heal those wounds, if you do not balance your energy, you are going to keep attracting the same type of people over and over and over again in every aspect of your life. And this is someone who is speaking from experience. I did the exact same thing for years because I thought that I was good, I was strong, I didn't need to heal. I'm just your spiritual bestie. I don't want you to go through the same thing I went through. Yeah, this right here, this depicts gradual progress, development. Yeah, you have to grow. Like, that really is the biggest thing we're seeing here. For this 53 card, the development and gradual process, or progress, excuse me. You know the meaning of the old wise saying, all good things take time. Yeah, see, again, with the healing, I don't know how else to explain it. The further you progress, the easier it is for your intentions to go unrecognized. You will always have to come to terms with the situation. So yeah, healing is not... Spiritual healing is in the inside, not the outside. So some people are not going to know that that's what you're doing, and you can't always expect people to know, and you're not always going to get some type of recognition for it, but you have to keep doing it. Situations threatening the upward trend cannot always be avoided. You must prove to be flexible and at the same time keep your principles. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with wanting to keep up with everybody else in like the trends and wanting to seem, cool to everybody, but like, don't get so caught up that you lose yourself. Like, some of you are different and unique, and that's okay. You don't need to follow the crowd. You're not a sheep. You know what I mean? You're the shepherd. Let's see. You place yourself and others in unnecessary danger if you act rashly or create problems. It would be wise, however, to watch developments and make tactical interventions to repel danger and keep your life ship on course. Yes, so this happened with me too. When I was kind of like in these bad situations, I wouldn't do it consciously, but the decisions that I would make would affect other people negatively. And once I realized after the fact, of course you feel guilty and you feel awful, but you need to acting out of a place of reacting to other people's energy that are not good for you, like bad, like negative energy, that can in turn hurt other people that actually care about you negatively, and it could turn them away, and you could really lose some good connections all because of these other bad connections that you have. And let me see. You have overcome your initial difficulties. Yeah, so some of you are already on the path to healing. So you're on the path already, so you just have to keep going. You are only beginning. You feel uncertain and vulnerable while no one helps you. Also learn from the situation. You become watchful and cautious, and your independence grows. Again, spiritual healing is a solitary road, just like with the hermit energy that's up here. You have to do this healing and this growth, you have to do it on your own. You can get a mentor, like I said here, you could have a mentor that helps you, but ultimately, excuse me, they are only there to guide you a little bit. Like the actual healing itself, you have to do on your own. And this last card here is inexperience. Those who don't listen have to be prepared to suffer the consequences. You will be led back onto the right track. Yeah, so you have, like, I don't know how, like, these cards are, like, really heavily telling you that you need to look inward, do some self-reflection, and you need to heal your energy for sure. An inexperienced person will not regret being prepared to accept advice. So this is saying, again, like, you could have a mentor, or even like someone like me, like another tarot reader, or somebody who's giving you some type of advice. This is saying that somebody who doesn't have the experience in something, or they should take that advice and be grateful for it rather than turning it away just because they don't want to listen. It's like, we're giving you this advice because we care about you. You are losing yourself in an unreal dream world. Disappointment will unavoidably follow if you prove to be unwilling to learn. Yep. Again, if you are unwilling to follow this guidance that people could be giving you, if you don't heal, you're going to fall into the same situations over and over again. A weak person imitating someone strong loses all individuality of character. Nothing is achieved without strength of character. So this is like just like a saying, like a guidance saying, like, you know, a weak person who pretends to be strong will lose themselves. So with this whole, like, I'm good, I don't need to heal, I don't need anyone to help me, I'm fine. That foundation, that is what causes these tower moments. That unsturdy, loose foundation, that's why you keep having tower moments, or you had tower moments in the past. You possess the wisdom and power to understand the inadequacies of human beings. Your sympathy and intuition enable you to do this. So this could be you. The more you start to heal and grow into your spiritual power, you possess the wisdom and power to understand the inadequacies of human beings. So you understand that everyone is different. Not everyone is perfect. Some people have stronger traits than others, but you can see this in every other person, and you have the sympathy, the empathy, the intuition to be able to see this in people and to accept them as they are. And then our last line for our inexperienced card is, you are not going about the task with the earnestness it deserves. As a consequence, you will achieve little. Those who gamble with life with little progress, and those who ask too much of themselves paralyze their own strength. So some of you are not taking this healing seriously. Maybe you don't think you need to heal, or maybe you think it's not a big deal, and that, you know, that was just that one person, I won't make that decision again. That could be true for some people. But I'm really getting heavily that some of you truly need to go into hermit mode, and you need to self-reflect and meditate and heal and grow before moving forward with any new connections. Like, truly, because you know, I don't want you to hurt again. I don't think you want to hurt again either. I don't think you want to be stuck in a position like that where you're dealing with the same things you've dealt with in the past. Wow, that was a really good reading, guys. I really hope that this resonated with you. I really hope that you like it. Please, please, please let me know if you really found what you needed in this reading, if you heard what you needed to hear. Please let me know if you have any other readings that you want me to do, or if you want a personal reading. I will have my business email in the description box. check out my what's coming to you or what to expect in 2024 video on my channel. I just posted that a couple days ago. That gives you some guidance and some idea of what to expect going into the new year. And that is pretty much it for you guys. Again, please like and subscribe or share if you would like. I would really appreciate it. It really helps my channel. Also, I do accept tips for my readings. They're not ever expected or required, but they are highly appreciated. It helps support my channel. It helps support me. And that can be also found in the description box. So that is all I have for you today. I really, really, really hope that you have a great day. And I really appreciate and love you guys so much. And that is it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi, good morning, my beautifuls. So today we're going to be doing a collective reading. And if there's anything that you should be more focused on or anything that you should be wary of, anything like that, I will try my best to give you the best advice that I can give you with spirit. I have some Palo Santo here, so I'm going to go ahead and light that while we get connected to spirit. Funny little tidbit while we're here. Today is actually my birthday, but I really wanted to spend a part of it with you guys. So I guess happy birthday to any other Sagittarius babies out there. I have my decks over here. Any other Sagittarius babies out there? Happy early birthday to my Capricorn babies. I hope that you have a great birthday in a new year. Alrighty, I'm going to put my Palo Santo over here so it can still burn while we're doing the reading. Oh my god, why won't it go in there? Sorry guys, it is not wanting to go in its holder for some reason. Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna put it here instead. It just will not go in its holder. Okay, so has anybody else had, leave it in the comments below, has anybody else had some obstacles in 2023? I can't be the only one, and I know that with Mercury in retrograde again, we're all dealing with all kinds of fun technology and communication blunders right now. Oh no, that's always kind of what happens. At least for me during Mercury retrograde. That's funny. Okay, do a couple more shuffles and then we'll start. And we'll see what spirit has got for you guys. Do one more. I feel like I shuffle so weird sometimes, but anyway. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, spirit. I'm not taking those right away, spirit. I want to actually connect to you. Spirit, okay, give me any more cards about my collective, about what they're going to expect in 2004, in the new year, 2024, excuse me. Anything they should be focused on, anything they should be wary of, anything you want to bring out for my collective. Okay. Anything else, spirit? What else, spirit? We're reading for a lot of people, so I'm just trying to see if there's anything else he wants me to bring out first before we start kind of interpreting and clarifying cards. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, let's just see what these are. So we have the Page of Swords, Judgment, and Four of Wands. Well, some of you are gonna have new love instantly. I can see that with the Four of Wands. Now, some of you might already be in a relationship and maybe you're taking the next step into your relationship. You could travel a lot with this person. Maybe you guys love to go on little adventures, even if it's not like traveling far. Maybe taking a day or something out of the week to do a fun date night or a day adventure. I don't know. But you do a lot of things together and you really enjoy spending a lot of time together. Some of you are starting something new, like a new opportunity, something that's going to be fresh. So it could be a new job. It could be I guess it could be a new partner. It just depends. A new opportunity of some sort. Maybe you're going to start going to the gym more and maybe you'll start taking like the group classes, or maybe you're going to start taking like a pottery class, or I don't know, something new, like a new opportunity that you've never really done before or never really had time to do. But you're going to start having a level of discernment in your life to realize what's good for you and what's not good for you anymore. And you're going to be able to make decisions that are better for yourself rather than just kind of going with the flow and not really standing up for yourself. Yeah, see, with the Ace of Cups here, you're definitely going to be having some type of new opportunity that's going to be fruitful and successful. You're definitely going to have cause for celebration. This could also be for some of you people that maybe you're going to go to a big party for New Year's Eve. And maybe you're going to have, like drinks and be with your friends and celebrate. And that's going to be your turning point into the new year, is having this really great New Year's Eve experience. I kind of want to see if I can maybe get a story out of some of these tarot cards. Sometimes cards fall out and I can instantly start to see that they make a story, and I can actually read them like a story. So these are kind of like all the general little points I've been getting. Let's see if I can get, I don't know. I'm trying to see if, or maybe I'll just keep getting little general points because we're reading for a lot of people. Let's see. What else, Spirit? Is there anything else so far that you want me to tell my collective? Oh, okay. What do we have on the bottom of the deck? Page of Cups. Okay, so King of Swords. Yeah, so some of you are definitely going to be meeting somebody new in the new year. Whether that's a romantic partner, a new friend, a new not business partner, but like someone from your job, like a new coworker, maybe somebody moved into town and they're new and they're really cool. You really like them. But I'm just seeing like a lot of individual people, like with the Page of Swords, the King of Wands, the Page of Coins, the Empress. The Empress could be you, actually, or Judgment could also be you. But it's usually when people read these cards, sometimes the King, Queen, and Pages represent actual people in situations rather than the situations themselves. And I just feel like a lot of you are going to be meeting new people. And they're all going to be like kind of different. Like, This King of Swords is like very like sharp and blunt and honest in a good way, but they're very like ambitious and strong and hardworking, you know. And then this Page of Coins is probably somebody who might be younger than you or seems younger. Maybe their energy is younger, more vibrant, more innocent and pure. It could also represent a child. Some of you could have kids. With this Two of Coins, for sure. It could be some of you are mothers or single dads, and you've been trying so hard this year to juggle, you know, your work, being a single parent, being able to be there for your children. You might even feel a little bit of guilt about it, that maybe you think you're not doing good enough, or you're not there enough, and you've been struggling with that. Coming into the new year, you will find an outcome that will help you and that will make you feel more laid back and free, so you don't feel any of that guilt. And you shouldn't feel any guilt, by the way. Being a single parent is not easy. And you know, I really commend all of you single parents out there. Like, seriously. My sister actually has a little girl, and she's pregnant now. And she's married, but she's having such a hard time sometimes. I can only imagine how much harder it is for you single parents. So my heart really goes out to you for sure. I just noticed here on the bottom of the deck we have a Page of Cups too. Yeah, see, there's just going to be a lot of people, new people coming into your life, collective, like in every outcome, like work, love, friendships, new experiences. You're going to meet new people, and they're all going to be so different, all different colors of auras and energies. I'm going to try to pull a couple of archetypes from this Citadel deck and see if I can kind of clarify some of these cards about maybe who some of these people might be, because I'm just seeing a lot of different people, and I'm not sure like who. I can't really differentiate between who's like the love interest, who's a friend right away, because some of them are so, there's not really any other love card on here except for this Four of Wands, but this is kind of like representing a couple that's already together. So I don't know if for new love, if it pertains to anybody that's already on this, in these cards, or if I have to shuffle for more. So I'm going to see if I can get a couple of archetypes from the Citadel and see if I can maybe get some clarification for you guys about who some of these people might be, where you might meet them. Can I have some archetypes, please, for my collective about who they might be meeting in the new year? Okay. What else, Spirit? Ooh. This one kind of wanted to come out, so I'm going to take it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What else, Spirit? Do we have another couple of archetypes, please? I think that might cover all of them, but let me just see if anything else comes out. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, perfect. So, we have the Sentinel with determination and certainty, the Scholar with investigation and research. Oh, these were two, okay. The Captain, taking command in teamwork. The Pathless, difficult decisions, lack of direction. And we have the Assassin, ruthlessness and conviction. And the Merchant, self-worth and trade. Okay, so some of you could have your own business, and maybe you just started your business in 2023, and maybe it's still kind of slow to take off, or maybe you have a really good feeling about this new year coming up, but you're not sure if you should take certain choices, or if you should go certain ways. But look at all of these apples. Like, you're going to bear fruit in your new business, or your new, direction that you want to take it in. Even the balance in the scales is adamant. Like, you're going to have a new level of self-worth, and you're going to be able to move more freely in your energy through your business, because you're going to feel more confident, and you're going to know that these choices you're making are correct and they're going to be fruitful. These Citadel cards are so beautiful too. I love them. So some of you might be meeting a new, maybe maybe you could have like a little rom-com moment where you meet somebody and you don't know that they're your competition right away, and somehow you kind of like kick it off, and then you find out later after the fact that they're technically your competitor, but you like them, and it's like kind of like a you got mail moment. Maybe that will be something fun and exciting for you guys in 2024. That just made me laugh a little bit. That's cute. Okay. Some of you could still be in school, like in college, or maybe you're going for further education, maybe getting your master's or your PhD, or even maybe just your bachelor's. Some of you could be into investigative journalism or research. Maybe you're a scientist, but you need to take a little break. It's the holiday season. It's the new year. Take a little break. It's okay. You don't need to work all the time. I love these. Look how beautiful these are. I'm in love with these Citadel cards with all like the gold and copper foiled on there. They're just so cute. I love them. But I'm really getting a sense of, you need to take a little break and enjoy this holiday season for sure. Because being a scholar is obviously so looked up to, and it's not easy. It's such a great and amazing thing to be able to work that hard, and to be so intelligent, and be able to spread new information out into the world for people to learn and stuff. But I mean, you're still a person. You need to relax. And that's what that this goes for the person with your own business too. I know it seems like business never stops because you're an entrepreneur and you always have to work, but really take some time for yourself before this new year. You deserve a little bit of self-care. I don't know, maybe sit down, watch a movie, and have an apple. I don't know, like, you just need to relax just a little bit. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of self-love, a little bit of self-worth. Know your worth. Know that you're worth it. You're enough. You don't need to work super hard over the holiday season, and you can relax. It's okay. So, let's see. The captain, taking command, teamwork. This could be this King of Swords right here. Like I said, for some people, you could be meeting like a person who ends up being your competitor. Or even maybe you have like a right-hand man or a right-hand woman that, makes teamwork within your company or your business completely possible, because they just have this amazing way of making everybody work together seamlessly. And this could be anybody for anyone. It doesn't have to be the person who's an entrepreneur over here with the merchant card. It could be somebody in your life that makes any type of teamwork, not just with a job, completely seamless and possible. And you're like, you were my lifesaver. I could not have done this without you. Thank you so much for helping me. This person, this captain, is always been great at taking command, and in some ways, some of you let them because they know you can trust them. This could be like a best friend that you've known forever, and they've always been there to help you. They've always been by your side. This could be a parent. It could be a lover. It could be anybody, but this person, you really depend on them, and they've always been there for you, and they're always going to be there for you. Let's see, the pathless. This could be some of you with difficult decisions, lack of direction. This could be some of you who are dealing or struggling with feeling like you don't have a purpose in the world, or you don't know your purpose. And maybe you've even started to kind of go into your spirituality just a little bit, or even a lot of it. It depends on the person. So you can be spiritual sometimes and still not know your purpose. But you look with these hands reaching out to source. They want to find it. You know, they, even though they don't know where their hands are going, they want to find source. And these people who are reaching down, they don't realize that they're so close to it, and they're reaching the wrong way, and they're touching the other people who don't know where they're going. This represents your relationships and your interactions with people in your daily life. Some of you are unaware of how powerful you are, and you walk through life almost blinded to the fact that you are divine. You don't even realize the power you have because there's something holding you back. I don't know, like something, whether that is something in your past, something subconscious, some type of old trauma, or something that, I don't know, there's just something, maybe self-limiting beliefs. There's something that is holding you back. And maybe, I don't know, like, I don't know if I should even try to go into a deep dive with that. I don't know how long it'll make this video, but that's kind of what I'm getting. But I feel like in the new year, you're really going to have a sense of judgment, and you're going to overcome these feelings because you're going to start, you have been collecting all of the facts and all of the news and all of the things. You've been collecting all the information, all of everything you need to make this decision about whether or not you should move forward on this path. You're ready to serve your judgment, and that's with everyone. People in the past who could have hurt you, that have caused you to be this way, they're getting their karma. You're getting your good karma. You're going to feel free and strong, and even a little bit, I don't want to say reckless because that's not the right word, but even a little bit carefree and kind of like confident, but like in a way that like people are like, why are you so confident? Like, and it's kind of cute, it's kind of endearing, even kind of like that. Like this judgment picture card depicts Monkey King from Chinese literature, and he's kind of like that. He's really cute, and he's very like expressive and kind of goofy, but like in a good way. He's very confident and silly. So maybe that could be you. Maybe coming into your power and into your spirituality, your divine power will kind of make you feel like that, because you feel less heavy. I think the only ones I haven't yet is the Sentinel and the Assassin. So the Assassin here has a sense of ruthlessness and conviction. So this is going to be somebody who is going to be very, very blunt, but like very truthful, and they're not doing it to be mean. But they it's like, this is something you need to hear. Like, they're not going to sugarcoat anything. They're going to have a real sense of conviction when they talk about things they're passionate about, things that they really want to get, the information across. They really, really, really are going to be somebody that at first you might not even like because of how blunt they are, or that you feel kind of taken aback by. But in the end, you're really, really, really going to appreciate how honest this person is. And this could be a new friend, a new lover. This could even be somebody like in your family who, sometimes their words are sharp like an arrow, but it is like what needs to be said, honestly. And they are ruthless when it comes to protecting the people they care about as well. They do not play about the people they love and care about, for sure. This person is, they can be an assassin or they can be your best friend. Pick which one. And then on the other end, the Sentinel is like a guard or like a knight or something, and they have determination and clarity. I feel like this is going to be you, especially with like the pathless, with the people who are finding their divine power. I feel like this is going to be you. You're going to get a sense of determination and certainty, and you'll know for certain that this is the right path for you. Whatever tower moments that you have had in the past that has made you feel like you cannot move forward for some reason, you're going to be able to work through these emotions and these traumas and these scars with determination. And you're going to be able to feel and be who you truly are, which is the Empress for a lot of you. A lot of you, this is, male or female, doesn't matter. The Empress energy is, the Empress is an energy, not a person. So it can be any gender or whatever you identify as, but this is who you are. You're the Empress. The Empress is, she or it, the energy is very, very powerful. I don't know how to explain it. Like the Empress, like she is, the Empress, she is that bitch. Like she really is. Look at her. But, you want, I'm going to go through these actually. You want a sense of belonging in the world, a sense of knowing that you are enough. This is kind of this is who you are, and you just have to get over your self-limiting beliefs or whatever trauma that you've been through. You have to find the best way for you to get through it. I know it's not easy. I mean, believe me, nothing is just so easy. But this deck kind of is going to give you some advice or just some positive reassurance. Can I have a couple of cards, Spirit, about some advice or reassurance I can give to my collective about going into the new year? Please. Thank you. Can I get, what else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? Okay, let's start off with those and then we'll see if there's any more. So this one says, the universe is standing next to you. Yeah, see, you don't have to worry about if you're making the right or wrong choices. The universe is watching over you. You are walking hand in hand in tandem with the universe. You don't have to second guess yourself, and you really shouldn't. The Empress is extremely intuitive and extremely well set in her divinity. So you really don't need to second guess. If you have an intuitive feeling or thought that you want to do or say something or follow a certain path, do it. Do not second guess yourself. This is not the time to be second guessing yourself. You effortlessly attract and receive wealth, abundance, and prosperity. Do you see that? Single parents, do you see that? Anybody who needs to see this, do you see that? You effortlessly attract and receive wealth, abundance, and prosperity. You're the Empress. You don't need to try. You do this effortlessly. Like, I don't think you guys understand like how divine and powerful you guys are. I need you to understand. I need you to realize that this is not, I am not joking, okay? Take note of your actions. We are all interconnected in every way. Yes. So we are all part of a collective consciousness, and we are all connected through source to each other. So even, Joe Schmo down the road that you don't even know, you and Joe Schmo are connected through spirit, through source, energetically from source. So it is only natural that sometimes we will feel connected to other people and other energy, even if we don't really understand where it's coming from. So take note of your actions. So how you respond to things, what you say to other people, how you react to other people's words and actions towards you. Just kind of think of us all as one big cosmic family. And, the way you would react to something to your mother or your child would be different to somebody that you don't know. But this card is trying to remind you that we're all cosmically connected and everybody should be treated with equal respect. I don't know who that message is for, but that's what this card is saying. Also, quickly, number 3, 8, and 14 could be significant. 14 reduces down to 5. Somebody could be a life path 5, 8, or 3. I know this is the zodiac chart, but this also kind of reminds me of like the Wheel of Fortune. So maybe you guys are definitely ending a cycle for sure and starting a new one going into this year. Like absolutely starting. I'm wondering, let me see if there's any more. Is there any more spirit that you want me to tell to my collective about what they should be looking forward to in the new year? Any advice or positive reinforcements, any affirmations, spirit, anything like that? Any other cards you want me to show them? Anything else, Spirit? If I don't get a card or two in like the next couple of shuffles, then that's a lot, Spirit. Spirit said, look at you talking all this smack. I'll give you some cards. Spirit always does that too. I'll be like, I guess, and then they'll drop freaking 10 cards. It's so funny. Okay. So we have the way towards healing is a revolution of perception. Wow, look how cool that looks with the snake in the tower. The way towards healing is a revolution of perception. Yeah, so some of you are really like perceiving your situation like not very clearly. Like like with the self-limiting beliefs, some of you feel like you're trapped, like in this tower, and that you can't come out, but you're not. Like you're not trapped. Like it has like little windows, but for some of you, you're not paying attention to the windows. Like, even though surely if you were in a real tower like this, it would still be hard to leave because, there's no like stairs. Well, I don't know. There might be stairs inside. I don't know. I have no idea what your situation is like, but I'm just going by this card. It just looks like that there's openings outside of this tower, even one at the very bottom, like a door or something. Like some of you feel trapped and you're not. Like, look at this, like, I said snake, but I don't know if it's a snake exactly or if it's like supposed to be spirit or both, but how it's coming out of the tower and rising up. The way towards healing is a revolution of perception. A revolution of perception. So you are going to open up your eyes and start to perceive things in the complete 180 opposite way of what you used to this whole past year and the years before that. You're going to have a revolution of perception. I love that term, like that line. Yeah, like you are going to revolt against your old way of thinking, your self-limiting beliefs, the things that you didn't believe about yourself. You are going to revolt against them, and they're no longer going to be true, nor are they going to hold you in this tower. I don't know why some of you think you're trapped. I just keep getting that. Like, you're not trapped. You have all these doors and windows. You're not trapped. You have all these opportunities and all of these talents and stuff and strengths. Like, you're just not trapped. I don't know how to explain. Oh, I love this card so much. I was hoping it would come out. Move your ceiling to your floor and rise to the next level. Move your ceiling to the floor and rise to the next level. I'm having this visual of somebody grabbing the ceiling and ripping it down to the floor and literally like squatting and getting ready to like frog leap out of there and be like, I'm out of here, buddy. Like, I don't know if you could even understand what I'm saying, but like, I'm seeing someone who is like ready to like jump out and get to like new heights. Like, the sky is the limit. Like, there is no ceiling that can stop you. You just take that ceiling and make it another floor and keep going up. This is, I love this card. I was like, oh God, I really hope that ceiling card comes out. um yeah, see, allow the divine spirit to pour itself into you. Some of you, look how beautiful this woman is on this card too. So beautiful. Allow the divine spirit to pour itself into you. Pour so much into you that it comes seeping out of this tower that you feel stuck in. You know, allow it to pour its divinity into you, so much so that you break all of these self-limiting beliefs that you've had in your past that keep you where you're at. That is just, yeah, this is really what some of you need to hear for sure. For some of you, it is time to heal. You know, time can only heal certain wounds also. And some of you may have done a lot of healing through 2023, and maybe you feel like you're ready to move forward in this next year. But some of you need to take this holiday season and this break, like I mentioned in the beginning of the reading, to relax and to heal. Take a hot bath. I don't know. Go smell nature and touch grass and go on a hike or something. I don't know, but you guys need to heal. Whatever, any type of healing, whatever healing that is for you, you need to do it, like, truly. Some of you need to polish your crown because you forgot that you're royalty. You forgot that you're divine. But you're the empress, so, I mean, you'll be fine. You're definitely going to remember, but you're reminded to polish your crown. Look how pretty that is with all the flowers and stuff. It's so pretty. But yeah, really and truly, you need to be reminded. Source is trying to remind you that you're that bitch. Like, you're the empress. Like, look at that crown. Are you kidding? People always say, there's always that saying too, of like, a woman's hair is her crown. So some of you could have really like beautiful long hair, or some of you could have hair like this where it's more natural and maybe kind of like poofy in the best way possible and very curly and pretty. Some of you could like to wear wigs. I don't know, this is also kind of reminding me of Marie Antoinette, like how she used to wear like super big wigs. I don't know. Maybe some of you like that movie or like her. Maybe you like to wear your hair like that. Maybe some of you like to eat cake, or I don't know. Then you have your ancestors and guides are assisting in illuminating your soul mission. So this is just a little final message that you don't need to feel like the pathless, like you don't know where you're going. You don't need to feel like you're stuck in a tower. You know, your ancestors, your guides, your spirit guides, the people who love you are assisting in illuminating, showing you the path you're supposed to be on. So trust in them, trust in spirit, trust in source, trust in your guides. You're not alone. Even if you feel like you're alone, you're not alone. You're never alone. So just good luck, honestly. I really think that this is going to be really great for some of you guys, truly. I hope that you liked this reading. I hope that something resonated for you. Please let me know down in the comments. I do kind of actually want to run through the rest of these numbers real fast before I cut off, though. So the new numbers that I didn't mention before are 44 and 17, 6, 23, 50, and 42. So 44 or 8 could be significant, 17 or 8. Let's see, 6, 23 or 5, 5, or 42 or 6. I'm just realizing we have 8, 8, and 5, 5. So maybe you're seeing repeated 8s or 5s. 8, 8, 8, 5, 5, 5. Maybe 88, 55. Or just repeating 8s and 5s in general. Yeah. Look up those angel numbers. Let me know down in the comments if you've been seeing those angel numbers and what they mean. That would be really cool. But yeah, guys, this was your reading. I really, really hope that you found what you were looking for, or you found some type of little message or nugget of knowledge that you really needed to hear. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. And thank you for spending a little bit of my birthday with me. I really appreciate it. If anybody else is a Sagittarius baby or an early Capricorn baby, put down in the comments below when your birthday is. I can maybe I'll do a little mini birthday reading for all of my winter babes, because I feel like sometimes we get forgotten about because of the holiday season, and I don't think that's very fair. I think that we need just as much love and attention as everybody else. So that is going to be all for my beautifuls. I really, really loved doing this reading for you guys. Please let me know down below what you want me to focus on for our next reading. And if you'd like any type of special deep dive or a special reading, just email me. It's going to be on my page for my business email, and I will get back to you for sure. Also, tips are never ever required or expected, but I do accept tips for my readings via Cash App. I think I put it down in the description box, so you guys can do that if you feel so inclined to. If not, that's totally fine. You could always like or subscribe. I really appreciate that. Or just, like and share, or, leave a comment, just something, let me know how you feel about this reading. Okay, guys? Well, that is going to be all. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Cece, and I'm going to be your intuitive reader for today. So I wanted to hop on here and kind of get an idea of what the energy is like for you guys. See what's going on with you. I wasn't going to record today, but Spirit was kind of telling me that I should. So after doing some stuff and getting back home, I've decided that I'm going to do a reading for you guys. So I kind of wanted to ask Spirit, what are some of my collective's traits and unique qualities that people really admire them for, Spirit? What are some of the hero of your cosmic journey is the first card out. So just seeing this card right away, the first thing I'm thinking of is Excalibur, Arthur's sword, of how there was this whole story. I don't know. Story makes it sound like it's false, but you know what I mean. This whole legend, there we go, about how only, the one true king could pull this sword out of the rock. And, Arthur did that, and he became the hero of his story. And I feel like with this card, the hero of your cosmic journey is Spirit in the universe urging you to remember that you are legendary. You have this way of leaving a mark everywhere you go and with every person that you meet. And just as, the tale in the name of Arthur was not surrounded, what's the word I'm thinking of, was circulated throughout the land of how much of a great king he was. That is kind of how people see you. People are talking about you positively and spreading your name around and telling people about the experiences they've had with you. You are becoming your own best friend. You're becoming the person that you look up to. You're becoming your own hero. I also kind of want to read from the guidebook too, just to give you a little bit of extra information, just in case I missed anything. That is. Oh wait, just kidding. This one has the hero of your cosmic journey. Here we go. Attributes: path of divine destiny, mythic story. See, I knew I was getting that with something. Grand adventure and quest. You are the one you have been waiting for. You are the mythic story coming to life. This great adventure is exactly as you intended to fulfill your destiny of greatness. The legend of the hero is deep within our collective consciousness because that's our path to fulfilling our greatest purpose here. The hero is willing to go forth when they are uncertain of what's next. They are driven by a greater purpose and many times reluctantly drawn into adventure. But once on the path moving forward, help comes through, new allies, guides, and even magical gifts awaiting discovery. Then there is a point of no return, a symbolic death to what was in order to continue evolving into what's next, knowing their world will never be the same again. So all of these connections and all of these relationships and bridges that you've built with all these new people that you're going to meet, they're going to want to jump up and help you get to where you need to go. They're going to want to support you. And that's why people admire you. They admire that you have this strength to kind of go into any situation, any adventure, whether you're sure about the outcome or not, and to work hard and to be honest and to be true to yourself. And that's why they want to be part of this with you. What else, Spirit, do we have for why people admire my collective? What are some qualities and unique traits? Oh my gosh, that is a lot. That is a lot, Spirit, but we'll see. We have the universe wants to co-conspire with you. Yeah, you are the co-creator of your world, your universe, and Spirit wants to walk alongside you and create that world for yourself. You don't have to worry about if your dreams are going to come true, if your manifestations are going to come true. The universe has your back, and you walk with this kind of inherent confidence because you know that the universe has your back. You know that God is on your side, and people admire the fact that you can carry yourself in such a way, in such grace, with such poise, because you are unafraid of the hard times and the oppositions and adversities that might be coming towards you, because you know that the universe has your back. You know that you're divine, a protected child of God, or whatever way you want to call it. You know that you're chosen, and you kind of emit this energy about you that makes people want to aspire to be like you, because you are so confident and you are so set in your power, because you know that you have that support from your guides, Spirit, God, the universe. And some people find that very, very attractive and very magnetic, like they want to be around you because of that. We have this card, Wanted Universe Creators. So yeah, you could be drawing in a group of people that might become your soul family or your soul tribe, and you're all going to have this higher, ringing at this higher vibration, just like with this card here, where you're all going to support each other and you're going to be able to create more bridges and more connections with people and create more amazing manifestations to come to fruition. And the people on the outside looking in are going to be so interested in what's happening. They're going to be so like focused and interested, yeah, in what you guys are going to be doing. What's the next thing you're going to do next? How are you going to grow and evolve next? And it's just something really exciting and interesting to watch. The phoenix rises into joyful abundance. Yeah. So this Phoenix Rising card is definitely where some of you are now. You may have been going through a difficult situation or a difficult time, or maybe you have become more spiritually awake more recently in the last couple of years for some of you. And, you know, you went through some dark times, some hard times, and, you know, you are the Phoenix Rising, and you are understanding that you can bring in more wealth and abundance into your life. You can be joyful and happy and confident if you just believe in yourself, and if you just balance your energy and become more attuned with spirit and with the universe, and you're able to co-create with those divine celestial forces, that energy. And some people truly admire that about you, that you're able to have noticed that about yourself and to believe that about yourself, and now you live it. You don't just talk all this talk, you actually live the walk. You actually live the life and walk the walk. And bloom where you're planted. It's a cute little pun. It's funny, this card also came out in a different reading a couple readings ago. And it has a similar energy from that reading, but this time it's a little bit different. The way I'm reading this card this time is you want to be completely firm-footed and set in your foundation, your spiritual strength and your spiritual foundation, to be able to fully plant these divine cosmic seeds that you want to plant for your future. So in order to get that firm foundation and to be planted, rooted into the ground, into the world, into the universe, is to, be this cosmic hero, to be the Phoenix Rising, to heal yourself from the inside out. That is overcoming insecurities, overcoming traumas, any type of societal programming, any type of, did I say childhood wounding? If I did, sorry. Anyway, but anything like that, anything that could have been holding you back, anything that may have tried to rewrite or reprogram your mind into believing that you aren't a spiritual being living a human experience, those things need to be deleted so that you can become more in tune with the universe and be able to plant and bloom your future. Oh my gosh, I am a galactic starseed blooming. What did I just say about blooming? Yeah, so, and like some of you, when I said earlier that some of you may have become more spiritually awoken more recently, I think that some of you may have found out that you are a starseed, and that you have a soul mission, a soul purpose that you've been put on this earth for. And it's been really eye-opening for some of you. That's so interesting. I love that, Spirit. Thank you. What else can we see about qualities or personality traits or anything like that that people admire about my collective? So we have the Ace of Wands. With the Ace of Wands, you have this way of being very, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, you're very ambitious. You're so ambitious. You know exactly what kind of opportunities to take when they're presented to you. And you aren't afraid of new opportunities. So because you're so welcoming of those type of things, new opportunities really seem to find you really easily. And you have a lot of experience from doing a lot of different things. And I think a lot of people really admire how well versed you are and how, I don't know, I'm hearing like worldly you are, like how well versed you are in the world, how I'm getting that you're very street smart, but you're also very smart, like intelligent as well. What else, Spirit? Oh, okay. We got, what else? We have Two of Swords. So yeah, you do not shy away from difficult decisions or having to, if you ever feel like you're in some type of bind, you're really not. You're very, like I said with this Ace of Wands, you know exactly what kind of opportunities and choices you want to make. So people admire that you never seem to be in a bind, or you never seem to be like stuck between a rock and a hard place. You're always very certain of what you want to do and where you want to go. And people really admire that because they aspire, like I said, they aspire to be like you, very much like, you know, the universe wants to co-conspire with you, how people aspire to be more like you. You have just this very confident way of navigating your life. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yep. So with this here, people really admire your work ethic and how consistent you are, how stable you are, how hard you work. Even if you are in a difficult situation, or a situation that you have, or a situation that you were in turns more difficult, you don't shy away, you don't give up, you push through it, and you get to the end, and you know, you come out with a great outcome with great results. You have the High Priestess. You're very, very intuitive. You seem to know a lot about people and things without really having a real reason for it. You intuitively know things around you, and you intuitively know things about people around you, and you know that they're true without having to second guess yourself or your intuition or your gut feeling. You also could display some, what is the word I'm looking for? Some spiritual gifts like clairsentient or claircognizance or anything like that, clairvoyancy, any type of spiritual gift like that. You could have those type of spiritual gifts because you're so intuitive. You also seem to know exactly how to talk to people and to tell them exactly what they need to hear. Not what they want to hear, just to make them happy or whatever, what they need to hear. You intuitively know the information that people need to hear from you, and you're able to deliver it in a way that's digestible for them to accept and to understand. We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, some people love how compassionate and nurturing you are. You are very, you know, you do have elements of divine masculine energies with these cards over here. But with these two cards here, you also display divine feminine traits. So it's seeming to me that you are very well balanced in both feminine and divine masculine energies, which is really, really great to be that way, because you're able to be more focused, and you're able to see the picture in a wider lens, to be able to see the full scope of everything without being so hyper focused on one thing only. You're able to make better decisions because you're able to look at everything for your highest good rather than what's happening in that current moment only. And people really admire that because, not everybody can do that if you really think about it. Some people become very hyper focused on one thing, or maybe they're really passionate, but they're only passionate about one thing and they kind of forget about everything else. You seem to be able to stay very balanced no matter what the situation is. We also have death here. So death and rebirth, like I said with the Phoenix rising, I definitely think that some of you have been going through spiritual awakening right now, kind of like rising out of the ashes like the Phoenix, and kind of reclaiming your strength. And some of you could have gone through something that was very, very, very hard, very terrible, or very scary, or just, something that most people could not make it through. And the people who know you and the people who are around you, who see you rising from these ashes and becoming a new version of yourself, birthing a new version of yourself, a new life for yourself, even after that terrible time, they are very, they're surprised. They are, I keep saying, people aspire to be like you, but that's just what I keep hearing, is that you inspire people to continue growing and to continue working hard and to not to give up. Things aren't going to be over, even if they seem hard. Oh my God, what is going on? I'm having such a hard time shuffling these cards. It is so weird. Okay, what else, Spirit? I don't understand. I've been having such a hard time shuffling cards the last couple of days. It's so weird. The energy's been so weird. We have the Lovers. Hey there. Okay, the Lovers are totally naked, so I'm just gonna talk about the Lovers over here. Okay, so we have the Lovers. So in some cases, obviously the Lovers could be... Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can get this to cover this. Well, that doesn't count because it's see-through. Okay, so we're just going to cover the Lovers like this. So the Lovers, obviously a lot of people are like, oh, that's soulmate energy, that's counterpart energy. And, that's not completely wrong. But in this situation, I'm seeing the Lovers as like divine feminine and divine masculine energies. Like I said before, how you display both energies, and you seem to be pretty balanced in both. That's kind of what I'm reading with this Lovers card more than anything. So it's kind of like a confirmation to me as your reader that I picked that up pretty quickly and correctly. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So whatever future that you are manifesting for yourself is going to be very, very abundant and stable. Very, very... You're going to have like this sense of stability that you've never had before. And it's all going to be because of all of the choices that you made, and all of the, innovative ideas that you had, and all of the forward movement and the not giving up, falling under the 8 of Pentacles, this Ace of Swords. You're going to be highly rewarded for all the hard work you've put in. And people are going to want to flock to you to not necessarily find out your secrets, but to like want to learn, how you did that. How are you always so confident? How are you always so forward moving? How are you never stuck? How are you never in a bind? Some people are truly, curious about that because they want to be just like you. They want to be able to be successful just like you. Let's see. What else, Spirit? Okay. We have, with this Nine of Swords falling under the High Priestess, I'm getting that you, again, because you're very intuitive, you might be getting downloads or visions in your sleep from Spirit about situations that haven't happened yet, or giving some, not giving, what is the word? Shedding some light on certain situations at night. You also intuitively know what situations and what choices and opportunities not to take, because if you were to take them, they would put you in this Nine of Swords energy where you're very anxious and overthinking and not being able to sleep. You might even be having migraines. You don't want to be in that energy, and maybe in the past you've been in that energy and know how to avoid it now, but you definitely are not going back to that way of life anymore, that's for sure. You know what decisions you need to make to not be there anymore. And we have the Page of Swords. Yep. So kind of like what I was saying before about how you are going towards new opportunities. You always have this innovative way of thinking and, going full force into new opportunities that you choose without feeling like you are gonna not be successful, because you know that the universe has your back. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting with this Page of Swords. So you have this way of never allowing like any type of blockages to affect you. So you may have had a lot of things happening in your life where, like, it's like one of those things where if it's not one thing, it's another. It's like every little thing keeps happening, or like every time you think that you've gone through one thing, something else happens. Or there's people trying to block your path or trying to get in your way or stop you from doing something. Those are the kind of situations you may have had in your life before you became spiritually awoken, but now they are virtually nowhere in sight, these blockages. Now that's not to say there won't be any blockages ever again, but like I said, you are very intuitive. You have an innovative way of thinking. You know that the universe and God and the divine are on your side, so you're not worried about blockages. If you were to have any like energy blockages, like in your chakras, you know exactly the type of energy healing, the type of meditations you need to do to release those blockages, so you're not worried about that. You're just very in tune with yourself as well, and some people are really admiring that about you, because not only do you not second guess yourself, you're completely confident in yourself to know everything about yourself. So you are very in tune with your body. You're very in tune with your health, with your spiritual body, with spirit, with the divine. So with the Hierophant here, that's just confirmation that you are spiritually connected to the I almost said spiritually connected to spirit. I mean, yes, but that just sounds silly. You're spiritually connected to the divine, to the universe. We have the Fool here with new beginnings, taking a leap of faith. So you have no problems with taking leaps of faith. You go into things completely confident and completely you just jump head first right into things without thinking much about it, because like I said, you know that the universe is backing you, is supporting you. Do we have anything else? Sorry, my cats are like running around the bed. God, why is it so difficult to shuffle today? I've been having such issues. I just don't understand why. I usually have no problems with shuffling, but this whole week, it's like every reading I do, it's like I can't shuffle properly. That might be significant for some of you, or for maybe even just for one person who's watching this. Maybe it's like you're working so hard to try to get something done or to do something, and it's like no matter what you do, even if you're trying to do it the right way, it just seems like it's not going right. I don't know. That doesn't really have anything to do specifically with this message, but it was something that came into my head. Just a little side download as I was trying to shuffle these cards. So, I don't know, maybe somebody's here for that one little message. You'll get through it. Oh my gosh. Ugh. You have the 10 of Wands. Oh wait, actually I was putting them right here. We have the 10 of Wands. So yeah, I don't know. These kind of cards came out when I was talking about me having trouble shuffling. So maybe for that one or two people who are here for that one message about things not going right for you, maybe you're working too hard. Maybe you need to take a little break. Maybe you need to ask for help. I don't know. You shouldn't have to carry the whole load on your own. You're not able to relax or enjoy when you like have time off, it's not really time off because you're doing everything yourself. Maybe you need to rethink about how you're doing things. Maybe somebody actually wants to help you. Yeah, maybe somebody wants to help you. See, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So somebody is very generous. They want to give to you. They want to help you. So if you're feeling like you need to ask for help, but you're feeling too proud, or that you don't need help, but I mean you do, but you don't want to admit that you do, maybe you should. And then I think this card is back to our actual reading with the Knight of Swords. You are very, sorry, that was like a little side, these two cards were like a little side message, but we're back to the main reading now. Sorry. Okay. So you have this way of being very, very, someone the other day said that I say that too much. And I say very, very too much. I'm trying to think of something else to say. I'm sorry. Okay. You are very you charge right ahead. So like you have no issues with protecting people that you love, or protecting yourself, or riding into a difficult situation, especially if you know that the outcome is in your favor, or if somebody is accusing you of something that you didn't do, but you know you did nothing wrong. You have no problems with going right in and defending yourself and defending people that you care about. And people really admire that about you, because you don't really seem to back down from situations or other people very easily. You're very, like I said, you're very confident. So you don't really shy away from things too much. And do we have any more tarot before we get some angel numbers for some guidance for my collective? Do we have anything else? Oh my gosh, why? Like, I don't understand why it's been so difficult. Okay, it's fine. I'll put I'll put this one up here. Let's get some angel numbers for you guys. See what's going on, give you some advice or some nuggets of knowledge or encouragement. Okay, we have 00, excuse me, 0000, 00000. Limitless potential. Yeah, so it serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of the tension and relax. So yeah, some people like to say that there isn't enough like money or energy or anything to go around. You know, there's too many I don't know. There's too many influencers out there. There's too many tarot readers out there. There's too many athletes out there. There's too many musicians out there. There is enough for everyone. Everyone, just cool your jets. There's enough for everybody. And this limitless potential that you have, you know, there is no limit to how far you can evolve and progress and grow. And as this card says, if something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you. And I have this feeling that you intuitively know that statement is true. So instead of feeling jealousy or envious towards other people for having things that you don't, or things that maybe you want something and someone else has it, you don't feel jealous or envious. You don't feel any type of ill will toward that person because they have it and you don't. You know that if you work hard and you have, you know, if you believe it and you manifest it, you can make anything happen and you can get whatever you want. And people admire that about you. You don't really hold grudges against people. You don't, like I said, you're not envious or jealous of people. You don't look at people and see what they have and wish that you had it too. You don't like talk bad about people or gossip or anything like that. And people are really, really, they really admire that. I know I've said that a million times in this reading, but that's just what I keep hearing, is that people really, truly admire you. We have 1221 with taking initiative. Yep. That's pretty much how you live your whole life is taking initiative. Work with what you have and it will get you places. Count your blessing and acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. So yeah, this is kind of what I was getting with the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Page of Swords, is this card right here of taking initiative and being grateful for what you have, acknowledging the people in your life and loving and being grateful for them, and always finding a new innovative way to move forward, to grow. And I think that's really cool and exciting. We also have 1616 with overcoming obstacles, readjustments. Your level of your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or platonic relationship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall into pieces. Yeah, so for some of you, somebody from your past might be coming towards you again, whether that's platonic or romantic, as this card says. But maybe you had to make some adjustments in your life after you came out of that hard, difficult time. Maybe this other person needed to also. And, you know, maybe for some of you, they're coming back in. And this card also says soulmates and affection. So for some of you, it could be romantic. It doesn't have to be, but for some of you, it probably will be romantic. Let me see. With this card, I'm also hearing that some of you may have been too young. Maybe you were too young to really understand the feelings that you were feeling about this person, and kind of like broke up or split up or kind of went your separate ways. And now that you're older, you're realizing that you really miss and love this person, or they're realizing they really love and miss you. I don't know. That might be for like only a couple people, but I heard that as well. We have 2424 with good times. You are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. If you tell your family and friends how you feel, you'll find that you are all on the same page and that and can work together effectively. Oh my gosh. Many people are rooting for you. If you spread love, you will find it will find its way back to you multiplied. Yeah, and this is something that you understand about the universe, is that you get what you give out. And in some cases you get it back 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 fold, depending on the situation. So you give people what you want to receive in return, because that's how the universe works. That's how balance works. That's how karma works. So you live your life full of affection and pleasure and leisure. And, you know, you're very open about how you feel about things. And like this card says, many people are rooting for you. A lot of people really look up to you and are really, really rooting for your success because of the connections and the honesty and the warmth and the affection that you've shown them. They want to turn around and support you because of that. And we have our last angel number here with 1212 with persistence, which is reminding me of that Eight of Pentacles that came out earlier. Oh, happy day, and ample opportunity related to your life's purpose is just around the corner. Take immediate action once it pops up. Of course, a lovely partnership or epic romance is also in the cards. Yeah, so like I said, for some of you, you are going to be getting something romantic coming back to you. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. This reading was so fun. I'm so excited about all of the fun and exciting opportunities you guys are having. Please let me know what resonated for you, and like and subscribe if you haven't thought about it or haven't done it already. It allows me to connect to your energy way more seamlessly in the future for these readings. And that is what I'm seeing, and that is all I've got for you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.